Hey everyone, Kili here from Long Range with the Lillys, and today I'm going to talk about a question that I honestly get asked all the time, and that is, what do I use for my wet weather gear when I'm shooting a precision rifle match? Let's face it, nobody really wants to show up to a match and shoot in cold, wet, nasty weather with mud all over the place. Unfortunately, when we show up at these matches, nature is outside of our control, and sometimes we just have to deal with it. For these reasons, I find it's best to just be prepared. I've got a couple of items here today that I use. I'm going to showcase them. I'm going to talk about them a little bit, but I've also put some links to these products or similar products in the description below. So make sure that if you're looking for something, you check out these links. It'll give you an idea of where to start and maybe even give you something to purchase. So to start out, I'm going to talk about the shoes that I wear. So if I know that it's going to be cold and wet outside, I am going to choose these Solomons. These are a high top hiking boot. They are Gore-Tex. They're insulated. They're really warm. They're comfortable. These are tried and true. As you can see, they are pretty muddy. I have worn them recently. If you didn't know, we live here in the Pacific Northwest where it's raining and probably like 40 or 50 degrees like 8 months out of the year. So we get a lot of good use out of quality wet weather gear. I grew up in Texas. I didn't really actually ever own a rain jacket, I don't think, growing up, because we just didn't need one. But here in the Pacific Northwest, where the weather is so drizzly and rainy and cold the majority of the year, I have learned what to look for in outdoor gear. So next is this Arc'teryx Gore-Tex jacket. I have had this jacket for a little over 10 years. It has held up wonderfully. Just like any gear that you buy for your rifle, I'm gonna say buy once, cry once with outdoor gear. It's gonna last you for a really long time. Like I said, I've had this one for more than 10 years, and Mike has one that's lasted him, I think, like 15 years is what he's had it for now. So some of the features that I really like about this, I'll start at the top, is the hood. Now, usually we are wearing a hat or over ear protection when we're shooting, and these hoods are designed for going over a helmet. So a climbing helmet, snowboarding helmet. In this case, this jacket was initially designed as a snowboarding jacket, so the hood is big enough to go over a snowboarding helmet, which means that I can fit my ear pro and my hat underneath it. I think that that's really important because nobody wants a wet head that makes you really cold. The second feature that I really like about this is the waterproof zipper. I know that if I have to lay down in a puddle at all or some mud or anything like that, that I'm not going to get rain or wetness seeping in through the zipper. Some rain jackets that you see, the zipper is not waterproof, and the water will go straight in through the zipper. I've had it happen before. It's no fun at all. So waterproof zipper is really important when you're looking for gear. The third thing that I really like about this jacket is the length. Now, this jacket in particular, it covers my butt. It actually goes below my butt, and then it comes down to the top of my thighs in the front. So that means that it's going to completely cover up my pants that I have on. I'm not going to get any drips running down my pants. I'm not going to get any wayward wetness into my pants from the top because it completely covers my butt. It's just a little bit of added protection, and then if I need to sit down in the mud or the wetness or a puddle or anything like that, I know that I've got an extra layer back there. And that my behind is going to be completely covered. Same thing when I'm laying down. If I'm laying down prone in a position and it's raining, everything is covered. I've got a double layer, and I don't have to worry about water seeping into my pants. So speaking of pants, these are my Gore-Tex pants that I use when I know that it's going to be super wet outside. Sometimes And these matches we're outside for 8 to 10 hours a day, and sometimes it rains for 8 to 10 hours a day nonstop, or you're in a puddle or whatever. So these, again, these are Gore-Tex pants. These ones are made by Mountain Hardwear. And a couple of the features that I really like about these pants, one is the zipper. I have a zipper on both sides. Again, this is a waterproof zipper. Nothing's gonna seep in through the zipper on here. But these pants zip all the way from the top to the bottom, and they have a zipper on the top and the bottom. So you can unzip these, the zips can meet in the middle. And if you need to take these pants off quickly, once you unzip them, they do go over your boots. It's really nice, especially at the end of the day when you want to take everything off and get in the car and you want to go home, but you don't want to get all the mud and the nastiness on your seats. You can just take these off. And I wear regular, the pants that I usually wear when I'm shooting, which is the soft shell pant underneath these. So, the zipper is really wonderful here. The next thing that I like about these is they are high-waisted. I've got a Velcro and I've got a Velcro sides on these so that I can tighten them up if I need to. The back is stretchy. It's got an elastic band. And these, I did size up in these. So when you're searching for outerwear, look at the sizing, read the comments in any reviews that you're looking at. People will let you know if you should size up with these. Some items are designed to be true to size when you're putting them over something, and some are not. In this case, these are not. I did size up in these. And they fit wonderfully over my regular pants. I can actually even fit several layers underneath these if I need to. Next is, these are Cabela's brand guide wear, and these are an insulated pant, and these are not made of Gore-Tex, but they are designed to be used for hunting in adverse weather. I've worn these without Gore-Tex over them. They are super comfortable. They're really warm. And then I have also worn them with Gore-Tex over them. And at the Monster Lake Mayhem match in 2019, if you guys were there, you know how awful the match was. I don't think we even have much footage from the NRL from that match, just because it was like in the high 20s, low 30s. It was like a wintry mix of ice pellets and just all kinds of gross weather. It was super cold and super wet, and I wore these underneath the Gore-Tex Mountain Hardwear pants that I have. But I've also worn these on their own. They do have a water repellency on them. Again, they're very comfortable. There's a couple of different pockets here. Nice wide legs. I can move around in these. And these are a little bit less expensive than some of the Gore-Tex items that you're going to find. And maybe even some of the name brand hunting gear and hunting clothing that you can find that also has great water repellency and durability. So, if you guys follow me on social media, you know that I really, really love Kadri Adventures, Kadri Clothing, the Valkyrie Field Pant. So this is not necessarily outerwear, but it is a soft shell pant. So these do have a water repellency on them. I've done a full review on these pants before. These are my favorite pants. I wear them in hot, cold, wet weather. It doesn't matter. I always go with these pants, and they can fit under both of the overpants that I just mentioned. So these are nice and loose. They're not loose at the waist, but they're stretchy at the waist, and I have as much movement as possible. So talking about movement, when you are looking for outdoor wet weather gear, you need to make sure that you do have enough room. I did mention that I sized up in a couple of different items. And that is so that I'm not restricted or overly binded or constricted when I am shooting. Nobody wants to be like feeling like the kid from A Christmas Story, all bundled up and not able to move. You need to be able to move when you're shooting a match. Sometimes we've got heavy packs on and we are walking miles and miles and miles a day during a field match. So why is this important? Well, when you are cold and you are wet, all of your energy goes towards keeping your body warm, and that makes you really, really tired. And when you're tired, you cannot focus on much of anything. It's your body's kind of in a survival mode, and it's the only thing it's thinking about is keeping yourself warm. So when you're shooting a stage, you can't think and you start to make mistakes, and that ends up being not fun. If you are warm and dry, your mental faculties are just going to be a whole lot better. You're going to be more comfortable. You're going to have a better time. And I truly feel that being prepared for any weather is just as important as making sure that you have brought rounds to the match, or that everything is seated correctly and torqued correctly, and that your gun is shooting great. All of these items that I've talked about today are invaluable in what I bring to a shooting match, and I am always, always, always prepared for any weather, no matter what. I have watched people quit a match before simply because they did not bring the appropriate weather gear for what was going to happen. To me, if you are leaving a match because you're unprepared for the type of weather, that is a huge waste of time and money, and time taken off of work, vacation time. If you've traveled to a match before, a national match, you know what it costs just to get there, plus the rental car, plus the hotel, plus the food, the match entry fee. So to me, it's worth it to go ahead and buy once, cry once with these items, just like any of the other gear that you would use for a precision rifle match. So with that being said, thank you guys for watching. It is a new year. I hope that everybody's 2021 is going good so far. If you like our videos, please make sure you like and subscribe and comment, and tune in next week, because our next video is going to be how to take care of your outdoor gear. Like I said, Mike and I have items that have lasted us more than 10 years. The water repellency is still there, and some people just don't know how to take care of it, so I'm going to show you how to make your gear last. Thanks for watching.